that you can. Because a lot of times you really don't see yourself going 100%.
And I know you're an artist yourself, so I mean, this is better fit for you in that sort of realm. You know, I really love this, but what does that actually look like?
But have you made any visuals to go with those recordings? Have you done anything that you could really have done with that time and made more out of it? Have you recorded the session? As you were saying with basically the other artists that need to use their resources, which is like the artists around them, it helps to really understand your community and understand what your sound is and who you're going to really be following, because the people that are above you that you think they're above you sometimes are really on your level, but they're just doing things a little more craftier than what you can think. And with the money that you have, like you said, like $300 a day can get you almost anything. So
Right.
it's like basically the basic things. If you want to have good quality, how we said before on another podcast day, that one of those basic things is just making sure you have that laptop, mic cord, interface, mic.
Yeah.
I mean, those simple things right there. If you want good quality, that's all you really need. If you don't really care about quality, I mean, I know guys who right now put in like Apple AirPods, have their phone out and record. So I mean, it's like it's all to like what is your resource and how much money are you willing to spend on that resource that you can get to, and that brings you into the how much time do you like actually have that is valuable enough to you that you can spend on making sure your artistry and what you're doing is better. Like, for example, today, we only got like an hour, 2 hours, of time. But in that hour, 2 hours of time, all right, let's do this podcast. Let's do something.
Right. Right.
Every day, it's like every day you can't do the biggest thing, but every day you do have a little bit of time. You probably have, let's say, 10 to 60 minutes a day of your own free time that you could do something. That could be a post a day. That could be, you researching something, that how you get this better equipment. You can make a little, do a little writing. You do a song. Every day, if you're serious, you can really do one little thing to push yourself forward for the next day.
Yeah, I think something for up and coming artists to be aware of is to start planning out their projects.
Right.
You know, if you're thinking about you're gonna, put out an album, you're gonna put out a single, start thinking about the marketing of it, putting together a budget. You know,
Right.
maybe your budget is small, $200, $300, and sort of breaking that down in percentages.
Right.
You know, are you going to get your beats from someone that you know? You're going to get them from YouTube, BeatStars or wherever. Put together a budget. Get your beats together. Get your rhymes, or if you're a singer, write your lyrics and get ready.
We usually say we're lost, but never say we want to be found. Disguises are a way of protecting ourselves. What if that's the real me? What if isolation creates the best creation? More notoriety, deeper sobriety. My greatest light was in the dark. My greatest darkness was from the light. When will the sun touch the horizon and the moon touch the sea? Who is Floyd? What is Floyd? Just what side are you gonna see?
And then what you want to do is get your songs mixed, mastered, and start thinking about how are you going to advertise this.
Right.
It's one thing. I don't know. I see a lot of artists where they get their songs, they get them out,
Mm.
but then they don't advertise it. It's like you got to look at it as when you go to the grocery store. You can see a whole bunch of items, on the wall and everything, or on the stock shelf,
Mm.
but it's only until there's an ad for it that makes you think about it.
Right.
You know,
That is true.
so you basically have to learn how to do ads, so people know that your product is out there.
Right. And I like that because with your time, that's part of it. Like you said, the marketing is part of the time. The marketing is part of the things that you are going to have to need when you're trying to be a serious artist. And with your time that you do daily, the time that you have without the week, I guarantee there's a time you can get something done. You can get something probably progressively going forward for your career and for your newest tape or your newest project or your newest video. It really comes down to how serious are you willing to be as an artist to put forth that time. A lot of artists sometimes don't even have a job and they just go hard. But are they really going hard? It's like, no. You're putting your time, looks like you're putting your time in, but you're not using your resources or the spare money that you have at any type of, any angle or any wall that can even help you. You're just throwing money at the wall at that point. You're just going to your resources and just making them angry because you're not progressive. You're not. Doing nothing. You have no plan.
Right.
You're not using things at your disposal that you've already built up correctly because you're just moving around without a plan, like you said, without a game plan, without without a map. You're just doing
Right.
things with your head cut off. So it's just like there's a lot of things that go into when you want to use your resources, your time, your money, and also like you said, having a game plan and your marketing plan. You gotta understand that those things help you become serious as well. When you can have a well built system for yourself that can generate those things for you and you know what you're doing and you have like for me for example, I knew at some point I needed a producer. I needed my own producer so I can produce my sound and do better. I did what I had to do to find my producer. I went to different events. I did a lot of different searching to find that producer.
Mm-hmm.
But that's part of the resource that you have to build when you understand as an artist, as a person, I don't have this in my weapon wheel.
Right.
I need to get this from somewhere or someone or something else. So that's just what I would just think, with the resources, time and money and game plan and your marketing plan. It's like those are some real key things you need to be as a serious artist.
Right. And I'd say one last thing for we end this is also getting someone to invest in you.
Right.
Now you might be thinking, okay, what does that look like? Well, years ago when we were coming out with a project, I invited one of my friends over, let him see the studio, let him listen to some of the things we're doing, and he wanted to be involved with it. So, this is what I need.
Right.
You invest this way, we're able to get product out there.
Right.
You get a portion of the product. You get your name on the product as executive producer.
Right.
So that's something else. When people, and I believe this, when people see that you're serious about your craft, you're serious about being a serious artist
Mm-hmm.
or producer, and when people hear that, they will be more willing to help you out any way they can,
Right.
either with people that they know in order to get you in front of them
Mm.
or financially.
Right.
So that's my other 2 cents on that.
I like that, and we'll break down to that point of investing, and as have someone investing in you, in that portion we talk about investing into yourself.
Right.
So that concludes this one. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching another episode. Shout out to y'all. Shout out Sweetwater, because we were talking about him. Shout out Sweetwater.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the next one.